Hi, this is Vanshika Chauhan and I am working as a legal intern with Lexis and Company, and today I'll be talking about the Equal Access to Green Cards for Legal Employment Act of 2021, also known as the EAGLE Act. So during the term of Donald Trump, we all witnessed that the US imposed certain curbs on the H-1B visas, through which people came from various countries in order to work in the US. Now Trump, addressing these issues, said that the people of US lacked job opportunities because of the foreigners who took up the jobs in the US. A new act is going to be passed soon, which is the EAGLE Act, and the question is that how is it going to benefit the Indians? So a bill to remove the per country cap on the green card was introduced by the Congress, US Congress. Before that, let me tell you what exactly is a visa. A visa is an official document that allows the bearer to legally enter a foreign country. It is stamped or glued into the bearer's passport. Further, there are several different types of visas, each of which afford a different kind of right to the bearer in the host country. Also, the US work visas allow the foreigners or the foreign nationals to work in the United States. Further, there are different kinds of visas issued by the US. These are the H-1B visas, H-2B visas, H-4L and J visas. All these are non-immigrant visas, which means that a person with these visas issued to him can go to the US and work there, but at the end of the day, he has to come back to his own country. He cannot settle in the US. Coming to the immigrant visas are those visas after the grant of which the person can permanently settle in the country. So a legislation to remove the per country cap on the permanent residency visas or the green cards was introduced in the House of Representatives, which is the lower house. The Democrat representative Zoe Jofgrin and Republican John Curtis introduced the Equal Access to Green Card for Legal Employment Act of 2021, which according to the statement will benefit the US economy by allowing American employers to hire immigrants based on their merit and not their birthplace. So what was the per country limit earlier? The per country limit earlier was set in 1990, which was 7%, and this act seeks to phase out the 7% per country limit on the employment-based immigrant visas. It also raises the per country limit on family-sponsored visas from 7% to 15%. Further, this is sought to be achieved in a time limit of 9 years, and it provides a time limit of 9 years for elimination of this per country cap. Also, the major problem with this per country cap was that suppose US allows in a total of 1 lakh people around the world. So, for example, if Israel is a country with 1 crore population, then according to the 7% per country cap, it will allow 7,000 people the US immigrant visas. Also, taking India as a country which has a population of 130 crore, it will also allow the same number of people, which is 7%, which is 7,000. So it was a bit unfair because the 7% limit was introduced in the mid 20th century, which led countries with relatively small populations to be allowed the same number of visas as a relatively large population. So basically, a person from a large population country with extraordinary qualifications who could contribute greatly to the economy and create jobs waits behind people with lesser qualifications from a smaller country. Now, the act also seeks to de-emphasize birthplace. Coming to how does it help Indians, the Cato Institute had reported in March 2020 that 75% of the backlog for employment-based visas was from Indians. Also, the backlogged Indian workers face an impossible wait of 9 decades if they all stood in a line. The report stated this. Also, more than 2 lakh petitions filed for Indians could expire as a result of workers dying due to old age before they receive green cards. So, with the EAGLE Act in force, the per country cap would be removed, which may expedite the petitions for those applying for the employment-based visas. Also, however, since the highest number of applications are from India and China, therefore the Act seeks to reserve visas for lower admission states for 9 fiscal years. While 30% employment was reserved in the fiscal year 1, it would reduce to 5% in the 7, 8 and 9 years. The bill also ensures that no country may receive more than 25% of reserved visas, and no country may receive more than 85% of unreserved visas in the 9 fiscal years. Now coming to the predecessors of the Act, a similar Fairness for High Skilled Immigrant Act, HR 1044, was passed by the House of Representatives in July 2019 with a resounding margin of 365 to 65 votes. This bill sought to implement similar provisions which would remove the 7% per country cap on the employment-based immigrant visas, but eventually it could not be passed. So another version of the bill, S386, was passed by the House of Senate in 116th session of the Congress. According to the American Immigration Lawyers Association, the legislation failed because the difference between the two versions were not reconciled before prior to the end of the session, which meant a bill would have to be reintroduced in the houses. Now it would have to be passed through the House of Representatives and the House of Senate. Then the signature of the president would be required for it to become a law, which could not happen. So this did not become a law.